All right, RXD, I want to get serious with you. Today, I got some news, and it's your Nchiit workout for Monday. We got a really fun one that I think I might do myself. It's going to challenge us to try for that moderate range to long range conditioning style workout. There are two ways we can go about this, but I want to keep this to the way that I'm thinking in my head. So let's read it out loud. We got 0 to 4 minutes. We have a choice to do a 600-meter run or do max burpees within that time frame. Now, if you're thinking, you're like, I'm not a runner, but I also don't want to do burpees. And then you might be thinking as well, oh, I could do burpees, but I don't want to do running. I want you to pick whichever one is going to bother you the most. Let's work at it. So, for me, I'm kind of in the mix with either, but I know doing max burpees within that time frame is going to be dreadful. So I'm going to pick that one. Let's take a look at doing probably a burpee every 7 to 8 seconds. So we don't need to be going full speed. Take into consideration, you're doing one movement that you probably don't like too much, and you're going to be doing it for 4 minutes straight. You guys know how long 4 minutes can be. So let's challenge ourselves to keep a pace, and we want to see that throughout this whole workout. Even though there are 3 different time domains within this workout, we want to act as if we're just going to continue going into the next one. So I do my burpees. You don't have to do the star jump burpees that I've been making you do, but I still need to see you guys stand up all the way. So I'm really looking for this right here. Just your ability to get chest to deck, send your feet out really quick and bring them back in, and then stand all the way up. So here's what it should be. So that's our burpee right there. We're just looking chest to deck, feet go out, and we need to pull our feet back in. If we're forced to step in and out, I think I'd rather have you run. If we aren't able to pull our feet back in at that pace. Now, I'm not talking about the pace of the movement itself. I'm talking about kind of within the movement. From burpee to burpee, that was definitely too fast for 4 minutes. I know I couldn't keep that up. So it's more like burpee, breath, burpee, breath. And that way you can just kind of keep cycling it through. All right, so that's for 4 minutes. For 4 to 13 minutes, we're going to be looking at trying to complete 8 rounds of 12 backpack ground to overhead. I'd like to see these as like a backpack snatch. If we happen to have any extra like weight plates lying around, let's do a plate ground to overhead. So it's 12 pack or plate or dumbbell ground to overheads into 24 double unders. Now again, I don't have a rope, so I don't have a way to double under. So what we can do is mimic just that kind of bounding movement with a toe touch. So I'll go through these two right now. Our pack ground to overhead, or in my case, this plate ground to overhead. I want to see how well can you guys fire up those hips. So we're probably going to be in our squat stance. I have my shoulders nice and low, holding on the outside of my plate. I'm going to encourage you guys to pick up a heavier plate. So if you have a 45 or a 35, something that's thicker, it's also going to challenge your grip. I really like that for this workout. I'm going to send my hips back, touch the top of that plate to the ground, and then I want to push the ground away and then flick my hips forward and then reach this lockout position. I don't want to do one of these. You see how I'm going a little too quick? I want you guys to pause, allow yourself to take a breath, and work on this transition right here. I want you guys to notice the violent extension of my knees and my hips that are going to allow me to just send that weight towards the ceiling. Not really using my arms too much, especially if I'm going to be choosing the burpees over the running. My arms are already pretty tired, so let's allow ourselves to use our bigger muscle groups like our hips to get that kind of workload done. So you have 8 rounds of 12 and 24 double unders, or 12 and 42 toe touches. So a toe touch is going to be like this. I have my plate, hopefully thicker than this one right here. I'm going to set it out in front of me, and it's going to be like an alternating step. So I'm going to start left foot on top. I want to make sure that I can use my arms as well. I'm not just going to keep them down here. So when I look at this, I want to see how well we can be like a cat. I always tell you guys, be like a jungle cat when we do our box jumps, or basically any type of forward moving locomotion or even upward moving, so that we can own the muscles that are controlling that movement, which right now our ankles and our calves are going to be moving our body. So let's left foot forward, that means right hand forward. And I want to try and be like a track star. So I'm just gonna until I hit my desired number, and I want to try and do so without breaking any bit of a rhythm. So that's going to be our toe touch. Now we're at 13 minutes. If you finished it earlier, awesome. Then you get a little bit of rest for yourself. But I'm actually looking for you guys to eat up that whole what is that? 9-minute time frame, so that we're practicing just learning how to move for longer periods of time. So I want to see how well can you do those 8 rounds and make them last throughout those 9 minutes. Remember, this is more like a conversational pace. Take a look at the grand scheme of the workout and how long it is. So from 13 to 17 minutes now, we are back to our first pair of movements. So we have a run or a burpee. I don't want to see you guys switch it up. I'd like to see you guys try and do whatever you did the first time. So if you chose to run and you ran a 600 meter in 2.5, 3 minutes, all right, your goal is to do it the exact same way on the last portion. If you chose burpees and you got 40 burpees, cool. How well can we get 40 burpees again? How well can you stick to your routine? So we're looking at creating a game plan for ourselves and then following it. So we got about 17 minutes of work. I know in the notes it says score is total time, but I want to challenge you guys to actually eat up this whole entire time worth of work. And then after that, you can hate me, send me a lovely message about how much you disliked burpees and having to move for 17 minutes. This is our NC HIIT workout for Monday, 4/20 for some of you guys.